Okay guys, so today we're going to do a assembly video, and we're going to assemble some Best Pro well lights. So of course I have another low voltage job, and of course I'm really excited for that because of course I have another low voltage job that I'm going to be doing. And of course, as you might remember, I think that was probably 2 years ago now, I would say. I installed these same Best Pro well lights at another job, which I kind of showed off like those, and like I did those with the halogen bulbs last time. This time the customers wanted to use LED, so this time we bought the Best Pro well lights off their website. Which, of course, if you buy Best Pro well lights off their website, you get them cheaper, which that's nice. A lot better deal than Amazon if you're gonna buy Best Pro landscape lights through Amazon. But yeah. So of course, as you can see, I got everything laid out, and I finally got my workbench moved into a new spot, as you can tell. And as you can also see, I also have some lighting that lights up the workbench as well. Eventually, I'll have to show off the lighting that lights up my workbench eventually, but yeah, so far the lighting that I have that lights up the workbench is a halogen and a CFL, which I'll have to show in another video, the lighting for the workbench. But today we're going to assemble some well lights. So I got 15 fixtures that we're going to be pre-assembling, also with the connectors. So of course I got the Harbor Breeze connectors because of course that's all Lowe's has. I do like the portfolio ones better, but course, Harbor Breeze bought out Portfolio, so of course we'll be using the Harbor Breeze ones, which still work just fine. I just think that the Portfolio ones are a little bit better quality, I would say. But yeah, of course these are still the same well lights. The only difference here is they come with an LED bulb. Of course, the last ones I ordered with a 35 watt halogen bulb, which that was nice. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to assemble the light, and we're also going to put on the connectors as well. So I'll have these pre-assembled for the job, which that'll be nice. Let's see, and then the connectors in the bag here. I think what I'll also do too is when I work on this, we'll actually just work on this like this so I don't scratch up the table. And of course, here's our par 36 bulb connector. Got a little something there. Just put that in there. The connector terminals are pretty much still the same. So let's see. And what I also like too is, of course, Best Pro. They always leave a long wire lead on their landscape light fixtures, so that's nice. This is the wire access you got to work with. It's pretty long, if you ask me. So that's pretty decent. So let's see. I guess for now we'll just set that in the box. We don't need that right now. So right now what we're going to focus on is assembling or putting the bulb in here. So of course the fixture model number is the LV/200. That's the model of the Best Pro well light fixture. It says this fixture can accept a 12 volt 50 watt halogen bulb. So of course you can still get the 50 watt halogen bulbs for these as well. And of course the customers, as I said, want to go with LED, so that's what we're going with for the fixtures. Oh yeah, so the bulbs that I went with, because they wanted LED, they wanted 2700K for the color temperature, which is the warm white. And I got them. I think they had 6 point something watts, and then they had a 7 watt. So I went with the 7 watt one. So I think the 7 watt might be equivalent to a 50 watt. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd probably say it's probably somewhere equivalent to the 50 watt or 35 watt, somewhere between there, I'd probably say. Of course, here's the LED bulb. It's pretty much just like the old style halogens, but the only difference here is it's just it's the same glass bulb as a halogen, but the only difference is it's an LED. It's got several LED chips inside of it, And what I'll also do too is I'll also do a video of testing one of these as well on the workbench. So eventually, when I pre-assemble 15 of these, I will have a separate video of testing one of these. And I was thinking what I'll also do too is we'll compare the brightness of a halogen. We'll actually compare the color temperature of this LED towards the halogen. But yeah, so of course here's what you simply do. So of course what you do is you kind of just turn over the fixture like this, and then these kind of just sit in here like that. So I usually just pull this out, pull this assembly piece out here. Let's see. I'm going to be very, very careful because this does come out. All right, there we go. Pops out just like that. And then once you get that popped on out, you can get the assembly out here. All right, there we go. So here's what the assembly looks like. So of course I pull this out first. Well, that's the first step you do. You pull the bracket holder out for the bulb. So let's see, make sure that's aligned, make sure everything's pretty tight in there. It seems pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pop in our LED bulb. So let's see, it doesn't really matter which way this faces, but what I usually try and do is, I guess what we'll do here is we'll do, I guess we'll do this. I think I put the little, this little part right here, like where it has like a little, I don't know what you'd say it is, but kind of like a little, like it's got like a little glass block on it. So I think what I usually do, actually no, what I usually use, I think I line it up with this one like this. And then of course what you kind of do, so you have to be very, very careful with these. You just put a little bit of force, not too much force, to pop the bulb in. Oh. So you just put a little bit of force. Don't put too much force on it because you do not want to break the bulb. There we go. And it'll usually pop in just like that. And as you can see, there's our LED bulb. So of course now that is fully installed. So of course that's very simple, very easy. The LED bulb does seem like it does have a little more weight than the halogen ones did. So probably is a lot more circuitry going on in this LED bulb, of course. But yeah, so next step, I guess the next step we'll do is before we put this back in the well light, let's set that there, and we'll get the terminals on here. So of course the next step for this is you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. So we'll go ahead and loosen that up a bit. Not too much. Well, I mean, you just only want to loosen it up a little bit, not too much. Just to slide the terminals on here. Alright, I would say that's good. And then we'll go ahead and slide the terminal leads in here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, make sure that one's good. Let's see, this is going to have to spread out a little bit further. Go ahead and fix that. And then we will slide that one under just like that. And we'll go ahead and tighten this one up too. Okay, that looks pretty good. Double check everything one last time, make sure everything is 100% tight. Looks pretty good. And then now what we'll do is we will pop this back into our housing here of the well light. So let's see, we'll grab our well light holder. And of course now what we do is we're going to drop this back in here. So what I'll do is I'll align it the same way as it was before. So let's see. Of course, you want to be very, very careful when you align this back in here, because you don't want to pierce the wire when you do this. Let's see. This one's kind of being a little tricky. Let's see if I can get this in a little bit better. Why is that not? Oh, yeah, see, that was not in there correctly. So let's see. Let's do this. All right, there we go. Now we got it. Just needed a little help there. All right, there we go. So once you get that in there, it should go like that. And of course, here's the well light. Now, what I also like about these as well is you can also adjust the height of these as well. So say like you want to adjust this bulb at a certain angle, you can well, actually, let's see. I think you have to move it up a little bit further in order to do that. So let's see. See if we can kind of show how you can do that. And I think I've showed how you can do that before. Let's see. Yeah, like this. So you can adjust the bulb at the angle that you want. But I think what I more likely might do, I mean, if they want the bulbs at an angle, I can do the bulbs at an angle too. But I think what we might do for now is when I pre-install them, I'll probably install them like this with the bulb facing straight up, because that's how the other lights are now. The other lights that we're going to be, when I do that job, the other lights I'm going to be replacing these with, they're 120 volt stake-in lights. So I have to redo the whole system anyway, so we're going to be redoing the whole system with these low voltage well lights, which these will be quite nice, because what's in there now is they're par 38 floodlights. So kind of they'll be pretty much, I would say the par 38s are pretty much close to the same diameter as a par 36. So this is a perfect fit if you're going to replace a par 36, or if you're going to replace a par 38 landscape light for a par 36 type. So this is basically a perfect fit. And then of course, what the next thing you'll do, you'll take your Harbor Breeze connectors. Just grab one, because all we need is one. So we'll grab a Harbor Breeze connector. Of course, you go ahead and twist that out. Of course, these usually have these usually come with a little white bracket thing here as well. I think this is for the smaller gauge wire, so I don't really use that. I only use the because you really use that for the thicker gauge wire, I'd say. All right, and then we'll go ahead and pop this out here just like that. And then, of course, we got the little grooves here. So let's see. Should be able to just slide this in. I think, let's see, I might actually need the wire strippers. Because I don't know if this will, might have to spread this out a little bit further apart. I don't know yet. Yeah, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go grab the wire strippers for this. Just to spread the wire leads out a little bit so they align properly. So I'll go ahead and pause the video and then we will come back. Alright, so I went ahead and grabbed the wire strippers here. Oh, shoot. Alright. Good thing that nothing fell off there. Alright. So, let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of... So what I need the wire strippers for is I'm going to separate this out a little bit. Just so it kind of aligns pretty well on the terminal, or on the leads that we have to pierce them into. So Yeah, this is better. Yeah, it's a lot better. All right. So, see here, we'll go ahead and kind of start piercing our first wire in here. So we'll just do our first wire in here first. And what I usually do to get the wire pierced and started in here, I usually grab my needle nose pliers and just put a little bit of pressure on the wire just to get it in here. And of course, when I get all these in here, I'll test them and make sure that they work. Because of course, I don't want to, you know, start hooking them up on the job and none of them light up. So, of course, that's what I'm gonna want to do too. Is I'm gonna want to test them, make sure that they all work. All right. So now let's get the second wire in here. So give that a little bit of force, or not too much force, but just a little bit. Just to pierce that in there. That might be good. I don't know. Because of course all we're doing is we're making sure that it's piercing through. That's what we're trying to do. I don't know. This one seems like it's working, but the other one doesn't. The one in there. Of course, as I said, if it doesn't work the first time, we'll have to double check it again. Alright. I guess let's see here. I mean, it kind of looks like it kind of pierced in. That was another thing, too, that I like about the portfolio ones, is they seem like they pierce in a lot easier, and they seem like they work a lot better. Alright, I guess let's try and put it back together and see. So we'll have to test it. So let's see here. Of course, we put this in here, so this goes like that. And of course, grab our thread end cap. And now what we'll do is we will start threading it in and make sure it's good. That clicks on. And there we go. So there's our first connector assembled on our well light. So yeah, that's nice. Alright, good. So, and yeah, there we go. So there's our first well light. Now we got, I think we got 14 or 15 more to do. But alright, there's one pre-assembled. So I'll have to test it. So, of course, I'll be testing these out separately and making sure that they work. But for now, we'll just put our connector back on here and we'll revisit this one and test it. But yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is the rest of them I'm gonna do off camera, because it's gonna take a while to assemble like 14 or 15 more of these, so I'm gonna do the rest off camera. But yeah, but that is assembling one of the best pro well lights with the LED ball in it. So yeah, there it is. So anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day.